And hit to go live. Hey, now we're live.
Now we're live.
We had a whole conversation here and we didn't
Apparently.
hit live.
Talking to ourselves.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So, how's everybody doing? Glad to see everybody here.
We'll go through that again. R&W Farmstead, Tony Walsh, welcome in. DJ's Adventures and Beyond.
Glad y'all decided to join us. Yeah, we had us a good probably 30, 45 second conversation with y'all, and
we weren't there.
Yeah. We was there in spirit. Hey, Gillen Farms. Glad you're here. So now that we got this figured out, so we're actually can be seen by people.
You're the computer man, not me.
Yeah, I forgot to hit the go live button. So yeah, you missed part of Molly singing. You might still be able to hear in the background.
You told me to talk and the dog started howling.
So glad y'all are here. Anyway, so
thank you. It was to block the sun. Last time I had to sit with my hand over my head to block the sun the whole time.
I stood there the whole time.
Yeah, her arm got a little workout, so we fixed that. So one of the things we was wanting to talk about, we got hats.
Woohoo!
Right now, we don't have very many of them. I just ordered 5. Well, of course, I'm wearing one. Figured to see how we liked them, and everybody else will bring some with us over to Tin Killer when we show up here in a few weeks.
He answers to about anything.
You can call me anything, just don't call me late for dinner. So, hello, Neil. Glad to have you here. So yeah, we got some hats. I got a cousin over on the other side of the state that they're getting into doing things. So I figured I'd one small business helping another and get some hats made up. We'll bring them with us to the Tin Killer and see how everybody
Johnny,
likes
we
them.
just got them too.
So, but was actually kind of worried we might get some rain this afternoon, but it all cleared out, got sunny, and looks pretty nice. So, one of the things we did want to talk about was we showed where we was going to be building a house. We may be putting that on hold for right now.
As in Tilted Cane Homestead, we just watched them a little bit ago and saying they had changes and it seems to be in the air.
So, which some of you may know, this that we live on here is owned between my wife and sister.
That would be me.
Oh yeah, that
Your
would
wife.
Be. We'll call that brain fart. Anywho, so not really life changes.
Well, it could be. You never know.
Yeah. So her sister got possible an offer from 2 people wanting to buy 40-acre tracts. So 2 40-acre tracts, which we're on 262 acres. So we would still have plenty left over after selling 80 acres. But it may kind of change what we decide to do up here. We don't plan on selling the part that we're living on, of course, because that'd be kind of hard to do anything. But that might kind of change some of our plans of what we want to do and do up here and stuff. So we're going to kind of put things on hold right now, other than the fact that she's still wanting a donkey. I'm apparently not much of a jack for her.
That was terrible. Sorry, I can't take him anywhere.
So,
oh goodness.
Hey Beth, how are you doing? But yeah, so we're going to kind of figure on wait and see what happens with that, if that pans out or not, and then kind of go from there on what we want to do. So, but yeah.
Hey, Ovita, how are you? Probably warm down there in Texas.
Yeah, it ain't warm up here.
Well, it's warm. It's 71 degrees, but there's just enough breeze that I'm glad I got long sleeves still.
Mm-hmm. So.
And now the wind picks up.
Yeah.
Jan, I've got a donkey, actually, at my father-in-law's place in Joplin, and I got to get a pin. Well, somebody's got to get a pin built for me.
And a shed. So
Yeah.
we're going to go from a house build to a donkey shed for right now. But that'll be something small. We got a small little field up here by the house where we can hook up fence, and it's close enough to the water so we don't have to transport water for it or anything. So yeah, we're going to do that, but we're going to hold off on any kind of house for right now until we kind of just see how that pans out. We're not holding our breath by any means because we've had offers before
Many times.
So if I had a nickel for every offer we've had,
We'd had a new house built.
Yeah, something way bigger than what we actually need. But so yeah, that's kind of where we're at there.
Moving with the donkey.
She's always threatens me that. Always told her though, I was like, if she ever gets mad enough with me, she don't want to sleep with me during the night, she can go sleep on the couch. The bed's mine.
I don't think so.
Always sleep in the bed. Well, except when I got sick or
Yeah.
broke my leg. So can always move in with the donkey.
Careful, you may be living in the donkey shed.
You can go live with the donkey. You can get some goats too. Keep you company.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs will come join you.
Mm-hmm.
So the new dog house. Yeah, yep, definitely. So, but yeah, I figure we'll start working on that. And we got some stuff for electric fencing, but I gotta get some lumber and start building a little shed for it. And so yeah, hopefully we'll find out something here within the next few weeks or so, see how serious it is, and if it's just going to be just like everything else and we're back to nothing. So which is fine with us too. So at least you'd be warm. Yep.
You want to put the chat or the link up again since you figured that out? You know, we weren't live.
Yeah, I'll work on that. Give me just a second here. I'll put the link up there if anybody wants to jump in. We're only going to be on here for till just 4-8. That way, because Chilling with the Gillens will be on at 8, so we don't want to run into theirs. But yeah, if anybody wants to jump on, you're more than welcome to join us. So, but yeah, those are kind of our big plans right now. Just putting some on hold and going to go ahead and deal with the just pin and
smaller
stuff.
Plan first.
Yeah. So, but yeah, hopefully we'll find out, like I said, here in a week or so.
Like I said, though, I'm not going to hold my breath because we've had offers before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's kind of wanted to build the house back in the middle of
Chilling.
the farm.
What did I say? Because apparently I said the wrong word. Because Johnny corrected me, I guess.
You're good at that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But Chilling with the Gums. What did I say?
Maybe that's the key. We're supposed to do the chilling with the Gums. Not a dancer, sorry.
Mm-hmm. But kind of varies. Some areas, because we're right in the far southwest corner of Missouri, and Bella Vista is moving north quickly.
They've run out of room.
Yeah. So depending on what you have and what you're in, what the location is, you can probably get between $6,000 to $8,000 an acre.
Cleaned off and everything, which ours is kind of overgrown now. But there's places that's going for over 10,000 an acre, large tracts even. But
one of the things is we are from our house, we're about a mile from the new I-49, and we are probably about a half mile north of the Arkansas state line. Bella Vista, Arkansas is due south of us. There's another property, our neighbors, they got a huge farm just south of us that goes all the way to the state line, and then they got a bunch of houses built in just south of them, just inside of Bella Vista. So our old Redbone, when they started moving people in there, somebody had a dog in heat, and all of a sudden he decided he started going to Arkansas all the time. No, nope. We are not far from Bella Vista at all. We're like I said, we're less than a mile. There's
Probably less than half a mile through the woods.
yeah, there's quite a few times. Like I said, I get a call in the middle of the night. My dog was down there because I always call her with my name and phone number and address on it that he'd made it down there to find him a girlfriend, and they call me and I'd have to go pick him up. And sometimes I had to go pick him up from the doggy hoos cow in Bella Vista. So we all got to know each other on first name basis there.
How far away from Miss J? And what are we?
Mm.
About an hour and a half south of her.
Yeah, I think so.
If you're familiar with Joplin, we're straight south of Joplin.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is a beautiful area up here. Our land that we have, it is pretty much hills and
Rocks.
and hollers. And we got a lot of land. However, the way it's laid out, it's not good for cattle.
Well, Dad used to run 15 to 20 head
Yeah, but that was
when it was brush hogged well, and
yeah. Well, and that's about all he could really run good because he couldn't really get good grass up here. Only had couple small fields, especially that you couldn't hardly bail on.
great deer
So-
hunting though.
Yeah, it's great deer hunting. We're getting turkeys moved back up in here good. Last year, I haven't seen or heard any so far this spring.
We've seen several last year.
Yeah. Last year we've seen quite a few. Guy came out to go turkey hunting. Was it last spring or was it fall?
Spring. Jody.
Yeah, when he came out and went towards the back of our property to go hunting. Didn't see anything. Starts leaving, and over on our neighbors, there's a whole bunch of turkey going across the road up there.
Yep.
So it's only an hour and a half. Oh, okay. So you're close to Butler Farms? Yeah, we're just south. They're up in Newton County. We're down in McDonald County. So yeah, we're not very far at all from them. Probably 20, 30-minute drive, depending on which way you go. So here it is in Missouri too. I can't keep track. Yeah, everybody's kind of scattered out, kind of hard figuring out where everybody is sometimes. But yeah, and then you go just west a little ways and you're into Oklahoma. So like I said, we are in the very far south corner. But yeah, I figure as more and more starts moving up here though, because property taxes and everything's a lot cheaper up here on this side. So there are a lot of people coming up from Arkansas here. Yeah, it definitely is a beautiful area up here. Oops.
Don't
I've
love
seen
to
a
run.
lot of turkeys, but none on our property. That's about the way ours is. Her dad's back several years ago went and got a bunch of turkeys. I don't know where he got them at.
He hatched them out. He had the
Where he
eggs,
got
but
the
I
eggs.
don't remember.
But yeah, he raised them up and got them up full size and then released them. And I figure coyotes got quite a few of them, but bugs crawling all over me. But yeah, slowly but surely, turkeys have started moving in more and more. And like I said, we got a lot of whitetail, a lot of coyotes. Let me get channels out there, y'all. Yes, ma'am. So, but yeah, this is a great area for hunting.
Everybody comes begs to come out here, and they don't
Yeah.
let very many people. A few close friends. That's about it.
Yep. We got one neighbor down the road a little ways. We'll let him come out every now and again and hunt, and he'll bring his older boys with him. And we had last year, we had a lady that bought 20 acres off of us 4 years ago.
Been that long already?
I think so.
Yeah.
She had a friend of hers come out and hunt, which he hunted on hers, and then we let him hunt on part of ours. He's actually a Pennsylvania game warden. He got him a nice big old buck and brought us a few pounds of meat that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Had some good chili with it.
Yes.
So in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Alabama, and Louisiana. Oh wow. And I've lived in Missouri my whole life. I
I've
grew
been
up-
right here on the farm my whole
Yeah.
life.
which I grew up just on the west side of Joplin. Dad's got a farm up there between Joplin and Galena, Kansas. So
Neil, you lived in the Osho? We're just south of Neosho.
Mm-hmm. South Texas my whole life.
That's a rather big state, though.
Texas is a huge state.
Yes.
I worked down there for a while and visited a few times.
It's nice and warm.
Warm does not describe it in August.
It was warm in December.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's looking forward to kind of seeing what happens.
Hey,
though.
Eric and Missy at Tilted K Homestead.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Yeah, we are kind of looking forward to see what does pan out with these two possible offers and just kind of see where it takes us.
And not even sure if it's 2 offers or which, if it was 1 offer, I guess they'd say they wanted 80 acres. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Not always the quickest.
So, but yeah, hopefully, yeah, like I said, we'll get that figured out and we'll kind of go from there. Just kind of, if they do decide to pan out, I hope they don't pick the good spots for hunting and stuff, though.
Hopefully, it's on the very back side of the farm because I don't want any new neighbors.
Mm-hmm. So,
Less people, the better.
yeah, exactly.
I don't always work with the most fun people, so I come
Mhm.
home, I don't want to see people.
Mm-hmm. As Dale likes to say, right now you still step outside on the front porch and
Water the grass.
water the grass, and
Of course,
which
there's no grass.
here we're on dirt road. The only people that we got driving past us is the neighbors, so you can hear them coming along before. So that's never an issue.
And only one family back there, which
It's
it's
multiplied.
grown, but yeah, it's still one family, and it's been the same family my whole life, and they're great people. So be kind of weird moving and not knowing your neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, hopefully it won't come to that. So, because we don't plan on selling this front part unless somebody offers us a lot of money. So,
My sister doesn't want to settle for anything, so like I said, I'm not going to hold my breath anyway. So,
but
but you
anyhow,
never know. It would be nice. Be a great little Easter prayer.
yep.
Be able to buy a new tractor. Yeah, instead of the yard ornament that doesn't run.
Get the shop finished up too. Would be
Mhm.
nice, so we can actually do woodworking in the wintertime or epoxy in the wintertime instead of having to just do it spring and fall.
Yep.
So, but yeah.
And that's one thing we kind of talked about too is, we hear Jason and Tara at White Rock Homestead talking about building a YouTube studio. We thought we could kind of build a little something and I could use it as my art room and epoxy and be kind of nice because, like I said, epoxy is very temperamental and I take
Mhm.
my paints and stuff out in the shop and come wintertime, if I don't remember to bring them in, they freeze. They don't paint so well.
Mhm. And we can do some of the smaller epoxy stuff, the charcuterie boards and different little things, the smaller stuff in there. And
Yeah.
once we do the tables and stuff out in the shop, just limited on those. So, are y'all coming to any of the meetups? It would be great to see both of you. Yes, we are going to Tin Killer. We plan on
Mhm.
being there all weekend. And
We're planning on coming to the Palm de Terre one up there with Miss Jan. May 10th? I don't remember.
yeah, that one was also a weekend off, but I got to work
Then
on the
the-
Arkansas one.
The Arkansas one, you have to work, but me and Jesse, my daughter's sitting over here, we thought we might drive down since it ain't too far of a drive. At least drive down for the day.
While I'm at work.
Yep.
So yeah.
You work a 10 or a 12-hour shift, you won't miss us.
Mhm. Well, the Lord's will be done. Yes, ma'am. But yeah, so yeah, like I say, we are going to do the Tin Killer, and we'll do the other one up at Palm de Terre together, and then it looks like
Still got to get a room booked.
yes, and then Tina and Jessica will hopefully make the one down in Arkansas. I'll just have to miss that one since I won't be able to get off.
I
from
get to
work.
drive my car. You don't like riding in my car anywhere.
Your car ain't got no air conditioning.
Doesn't bother me.
It's hot in May.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's really hot in July and August.
Mm-hmm. I like air conditioning.
She's always got to come and photobomb us.
Always.
So, yeah, and we're looking forward to meeting everybody else. That's as we kind of got more and more into this group and everything, meeting everybody online. It's the more I'm looking forward to doing the meetups. Get a fan.
Well, that's why I say the windows rolled down. It's not that big a problem. 80 miles an hour down the road, 2 windows down. Got 280 air conditioning.
Yeah. When we drove your car to
Becca.
Bernie,
Hey,
Texas
Rebecca.
back in December, about time we hit Dallas, I was regretting taking your car and not my truck. Air conditioner works great in my truck. So, Rebecca, touched by yarn. Hello, how are you? So, yeah, I definitely like the.
I'm already cold sitting out here.
Pretty nice.
I'm in a sweater.
So, but yeah, we are looking forward to those. Let's see, Den Killer's the end of this month, right?
Twice. This is the very end of this month. It's the end of next month.
End of next month. Oh yeah, we're still in March. My bad. So, when y'all coming to Texas, make sure your AC works in your car. It's not going to be one. Yeah, like I said, when we went to Bernie, Texas back in December, and yeah, by the time we hit Dallas, I was really regretting not having air conditioning right there. We was in her car, of course, getting through traffic. I was actually kind of wish I was in my truck too, so I can actually see up a little higher though. Of course, it's a little creepy though, driving through there and underneath those big the propellers for the air turbines or wind generators. Those things was hanging way
Huge.
out over, and yeah, it's
Look out. They were right above us.
never realized just how big those arm and things were until we started driving underneath them.
Hey, there's Lauren and Joel making it home. Hey, guys.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Welcome.
Oh, Jan, I feel your pain. Dallas was terrible.
It wasn't as bad going down, but it was coming back up because it was coming back up in the evening, so we was getting like evening rush hour traffic, and it was.
And it seemed like it would never end.
I think it took us to get from the south side of Dallas till we got up towards Sherman. I think that's the city north of Dallas. It was like almost 2 hours to get through all that. It took us probably at least an hour to make it through Dallas coming up. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't horrible getting down, but coming back up, it was sucked.
And I wanted to go into San Antonio and see the Alamo, and somebody said no.
I have road rage issues.
No wonder me and Bubba gets it from.
I don't do well in heavy traffic.
Not like that.
No, I can drive through Joplin. I can drive through Springfield. Of course, I don't know. You drive through Northwest Arkansas, it pretty much gets you used to anything. 'cause those
No,
guys down
even
there
that
drive
was
like-
better than Dallas.
Kansas City ain't much better.
Mhm.
And I barely drove through Kansas City when I went to Colorado. Which Colorado Springs wasn't that bad.
It's the first time you'd ever drove in a big city, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was it was easier than Joplin.
Joplin's really easy. Everything's north and south except for one weird street that goes cattywampus for everything.
Yeah, I
So-
thought the Alamo would be really cool to see. Of course, apparently there's not a whole lot left of it, but still, what's there I'd like to see one day.
We can go back. There's not like some kind of roadblock saying we can't go back down there again.
Jane says, don't even get me going on Kansas City.
Oh, it was terrible, and I was just off on and off
Hey,
ramp.
Tiffany at Canadian Family Life.
I'll say I've driven.
I bet she's really cold. If I'm cold sitting here at 70 degrees.
I'll say I've done Kansas City, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Nashville. Did we drive through Memphis when we was going to Texas when we left?
Yes.
So Memphis, but yeah, none of them is nearly as bad as what driving through Dallas was. That was the worst.
You didn't have it bad, though, when we drove through all those cities going from Cincinnati to Dallas.
No, I was driving a truck.
Yeah, well, I had a screaming baby in the back seat of the car trying to make a bottle, drive through all that traffic with the stick shift, and reach back in the back seat and hold the bottle in his mouth. was not easy. I used to be able to multitask back when I was young.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I had to keep stopping every 30 minutes to after that
Yeah,
kidney
because we
stone.
got to Cincinnati and found out he was in the hospital up there with kidney stones and put a stent in and had to make it from Cincinnati to Dallas with him. Well, we had 9 trucks in a row.
Something like that.
And yeah, everybody had to pull over and wait because somebody had to go pee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, Dale. We're trying to block the sun from, was it 2 weeks ago we did live?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah.
so I thought I'd get out my paints and slap something up there instead of just a black backdrop.
Yeah, definitely. Traffic in Northwest Arkansas is insane. It's worse and worse. And I think the issue there is it's not so much that it's heavy traffic, which it is, but everybody there just drives for themselves. There's no looking around them or anything else. They need a turn. They just turn. They don't care where you're at or where
It's
anybody
just
else
like
is
the
at.
grocery aisles at Walmart.
Yeah, you can definitely tell if anybody on here from Bella Vista, I'm sorry, but you can definitely tell the difference between the Bella Vista shoppers and the people from Missouri.
Because all Bella Vista comes up to Missouri to our Jane Walmart. And yeah, it's. And since they're not open, 24 hours anymore, you can't even sneak in at midnight when there isn't nobody.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lot easier when you can sneak in there in the middle of the night and get it. But yeah, it's because there's a wood store down in Rogers we go to, and getting down through there, which is not horrible.
The old part of town, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
over
about the only time we go down there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says you're so close to Arkansas. I'd rather drive to Joplin.
Yeah, we go to Joplin or Neosho to do our shopping. We only go into Arkansas if I have to. The closest I typically go will be Lowe's, which is there on the south side of Bella Vista, between Bella Vista and Bentonville. That's about all I do. So, and I don't even have to drive into town on that one. I take 49, which loops back around and jump off, and I get right into Lowe's and then come right back again. So I try to stay out of there as much as possible because those
Dale, Dan, any of you guys are welcome to jump on here with us. I talk to him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even have to talk to you at work. So yeah.
But yeah, it's gotten worse, and like I said, a lot of that stuff is starting to move up here more and more and more. And
because they've grown out so much. Because Pea Ridge and Gravette and Decatur, all those used to be little bitty towns. Not anymore. It's all grown into one big metropolis.
Yeah,
pretty much from Fayetteville all the way to the state line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy because when I first moved down here back in '97, and I worked for Simmons driving a chick bus hauling the baby birds out to the Hat farms. We go through Pea Ridge. We had a couple of farms down in that area that we go to, and it was nothing driving through Pea Ridge then. And now you go through there, and it's probably Neosho size, if not bigger now.
Yeah.
So it's just that whole area is just blowing up. I love living in the boonies. Same here.
Amen. Like I said, I deal with crazy people at work. I don't want to deal with people at all when I come home.
Mm-hmm. So, which now it's nowhere near as peaceful out here as what it was ever since they put 49 in. Because, like I said, it's just a mile due west of us, and you can hear the trucks going through there. When they first opened it up, it was like a speed track where there was a group of motorcycles that would run from our exit off of Highway 90 down into, I think the first one was Hiwassee. Not Hiwassee, but the Highlands part of the Bella Vista. And they just sit there and just run a loop, just racing each other for the longest time, because Arkansas State Police doesn't patrol that area, and Missouri State Highway Patrol doesn't patrol that area. It's because it's kind of no man's land. There's nothing in that little couple mile stretch. So everybody's doing about 90 miles an hour through there. And then once they get up closer to Pineville, then they slow down. Oh, got to restart his Wi-Fi before deal with the Gillums. I understand that. We've had those issues too. So I'll hop over on my phone. Yep. Yeah,
But yeah, we got fiber optic put out here, and it's great.
yeah. Which is crazy because we are out here in the boonies and we got fiber out here. But my dad's farm, the shop he built is about 1,000 foot from the city limits, and he's still on DSL up there. They won't. He was on dial-up for the longest time. I think we had DSL out here long before he even had DSL. While he was still on dial-up, people that work the
Absolutely, Jovita.
mm-hmm, for sure. But yeah, it's crazy though that just how much everything's blown up out here. But yeah, I think when I first moved down here, because even our county, which has always been kind of small, but
It's
they
grown
put
quite
the-
a bit.
yeah, they put the Walmart in, which that brought in a lot of stuff. McDonald's. Always joked about when I first moved down here, McDonald County doesn't even have McDonald's. They had Sonic and Dairy Queen, which they don't even have Dairy Queen now. But yeah, it's quite crazy what.
I don't think they built the Sonic till after I was out of high school. 'Cause we'd skip school. The only place we had to go was Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, but yeah, I forgot that.
I can tell on myself now. It's
Long
30
before I
some
moved down.
years. Of course,
I'm
Mom and
sitting there
Dad can hear me now, so yeah. Lightning strikes. We know what happened.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's but yeah, this whole area we had when we had our place actually listed officially, and then there was another place down the road that was listed. We had a group of gentlemen come up from Rogers, and there was like 8 of them in the family between brothers and sisters and their husbands and wives. They was looking for a small piece of property up here, nothing like what we had, but they just want a small piece just to buy, big enough where they can all live on, but they didn't have to get them out of Rogers because it's getting tired of the traffic. I went to auction all day today. True Confessions by Tina.
Trust me, I'm sure when she was alive, she knew most of the stuff I did. She just didn't always let on.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing I ever seemed to get by her.
I'm just glad back in the day we didn't have cell phones like.
Oh,
we do
no
now,
doubt.
'cause-
I remember skipping school one time. A couple of us went to Dairy Queen, and I got in there and I hadn't to notice that my brother was in line ahead of us, and I thought, "Oh no!" So we were in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Well, the bad thing is it was hard for me to skip school because my dad taught construction over at Franklin Tech there in Joplin. And so I had his class in the afternoon for the last 3 hours of the day. And so I was like, hey, me and a bunch of buddies of mine, we decided to skip. But I knew how to be back in class before Dad's class started. So we skipped, ran around most of the morning and got back. Next day, I had the girl I was dating at the time. I had her forge my mom's signature. Everything was working out good, so I can go. Got my little slip to take to all my teachers and everything, and I had it in my back pocket while we was working on a house there off of 20th Street in Joplin, and got there. Did it. Apparently, that note that I got from the principal to have all the teachers sign slipped out.
Oh, that's
We got on the bus and left, headed back towards school, and Dad found it. Well, he got home before I did because I had to work that night after school, and I get home and Dad's like, so why don't you tell me where you was at yesterday all day? It's like, I was at school. He says, and he holds that slip up, and I had to explain to him, and Mom goes, who'd you have forge my signature? And I'm like, well, so yeah, that was I got grounded on that one for a while.
I used Dad's signature. The school didn't know it.
Well, like I said, I would have been scot-free if I wouldn't have let that note fall out of my pocket. So yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My kids tell me they never got away with anything because they didn't get to go to do anything because they knew their mom was a cop, so they weren't going to invite them. So I always
Mhm.
got blamed for it.
Yep. That reminds me of so I always parked there on Illinois Street between the high school and Franklin Tech. And I can see where I left my because you had to have a parking pass to park in the parking lot. So I just parked out on the street. In the math class I had my sophomore year. I could see where I parked. Got up there and there's just an empty parking area where my car was. I'm like, uh-oh. So I thought somebody stole my car. So I went down to the principal's office and told the principal at the time. I told him what happened. He's like, well, the phone's right there. Dial 9, get out. And just as I'm getting ready to call Joplin PD, he goes, wait a second. And he goes, wasn't your dad a teacher? Isn't your dad a teacher over Tech? I said, yeah. He goes, call the house first. So I called the house, and sure enough, my dad took my car because he took his over to the auto mechanic shop to get the oil changed on it. So, but then the principal says, he goes, yeah, your dad was in my history class back when he went to school here. He goes, he was a good kid when he showed up to school.
Now, remember, last time on the chat here, your dad showed up in there, so you might want to be.
I don't care.
Be careful.
And this happened right after I got in trouble for skipping all morning. So I decided to remind him of that when I got home. And that also didn't work out too well in my favor either. I wound up with extra chores still. So also but my mom worked at the school and also so But yeah.
I said, no matter what I did, Mom always managed to find out somehow. Like I said, I'm sure she didn't always tell me and let me know that she knew, but yeah.
Well, I could never get it away because it seemed like everybody knew my dad or.
That's how Mom always knew everything because everybody knew her. Well, I seen your daughter and she was, yeah.
Well, and also didn't help one of the buddies I ran around with. His dad was the captain of the Joplin Police Department. So, yeah.
That probably didn't help either.
So if I ever got pulled over or anything, my dad found out about it before I got home. And yeah. So I always get caught when I skip school. Just don't leave your notes behind. So, backyard
hey,
trucker.
backyard trucker.
Living here every year with population around 600 people, you can get away with much.
That's about the size of Pineville was, well, back when I was in school. But yeah, it's always back roads to get around the towns.
Yep.
But when Dad's side of the family been here for like 250, 300 years, related to everybody too. Still, somebody always told on me.
Yep. What's funny is, she met me through a guy I did construction with and moved down here. And by joke, she had to go 2 counties away, find somebody that's not related to somebody down here. And what little did she know is I'm still related to a lot of people down here because this is the county my grandmother or my dad's mom was from. So
yeah.
I'm still related to 3/4 of the people down here. There's
And
not
we
very
have
many
cousins that are married.
There's not very many branches in the family trees in McDonald County, which is getting a little bit better since we got more and more new people moving in.
I say Dad went 2 states away to find somebody he wasn't related to.
So our town had a population of 101.
Pineville's a metropolis then.
That's about Jane's. Jane's even bigger than that now, even though it's not fully a city. But we didn't live there. Like I said, I grew up, just outside of Joplin, so I went to school in Joplin. Yeah, that's a
whole lot different than here.
I was gonna say, I think I had more than 100 people in just my graduating class.
Oh, we had more than that.
So
of course, it was the whole county come to one high school.
But I always believed. So crying, Mama. I keep forgetting to highlight comments. Maybe
18. That sounds like my dad's graduating class. My mom said they had to drive all night to get to a class reunion down here. They were in northern Minnesota at the time, and she got down here and there was 3 people that was at the reunion. And he says, what? That was supposed to class. There was only 9 that graduated.
3 boys and the rest were girls. Well,
All right.
that made things easy. The odds were in my favor. I like those kind of odds. Yeah, those odds are always works out great. But yeah, so
I think we had close to 300 in our class. It was a bunch.
I think that's actually pretty close to what I had mine. Of course, it was just city, not county.
Right.
But we had quite a few people from outside of Joplin too. Like I said, I didn't live in town.
Dale
so.
said I was popular. I wouldn't say I was popular, but I got along with everybody. So, which I still work with a couple different ways. A lot of the same people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, with Joplin, you had a wide variety, which is like anything else. You're going to have your preps and stoners and jocks and everything else, which we of course had, and then we also had a mix of the rednecks, country people that lived outside of town. You had a few that lived in town that thought they were too, until they actually showed up on the farm and realized they had no idea what they was doing. It's like a buddy of mine that his dad was the Joplin cop. He wanted to come out and ride my horse one day. And I was like, yeah, you can come out and ride him. And he comes out and gets out of his car and he's got spurs on. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, don't you wear spurs when you ride your horse? I'm like, no, but you go right ahead. And he got on my horse and hit with them spurs. The next thing you know, he's down on the ground. So
Dad never liked horses. We never had one.
I loved horses. I miss my horse.
We used to shut down for deer season here too, many years ago, but yeah, not so much anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't shut down unless it was bad weather or planned.
Yeah, poor kids now. Now they just have to log into their computer and still go to school.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I didn't have to do that.
yeah. I'm glad that that didn't have to do any of that. I feel sorry for them kids now. Of course, now they don't have doing it that way. They don't have to go into summer as long as what we did when we got classes shut down, because
They
it was
actually had a
nice.
full spring break this year.
Mm-hmm. Well, we didn't have much of a winter. I mean, we had a little
Mhm.
bit, but it really wasn't bad at all. I think the schools only closed down in 1 or 2 days.
And then they had AMI days. I think
Mhm.
that's what they called them.
Yeah, I think so.
All our kids are out of school, so
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about that anymore. Our last one graduated in 2020 and she went on spring break and didn't go back. So
Mm-hmm.
that was
Yeah.
the last of our school days.
Yeah, they did a drive-through graduation. Everyone had a pew-pew in their truck.
Yep.
That was the one thing we really didn't have in Joplin.
We did.
Which our school got a SRO, I think, my senior year. Not because the school was bad, but it was just something that Joplin and the school district was just kind of testing out to see. Like I said, we didn't really have anything really bad going on in school. Of course, you still had your druggies and stuff that try to pull stuff, but that was just typical. But yeah, we didn't have a whole lot going on. I don't know why they decided on an SRO, but yeah, we had one kid that had a BB gun in his back seat, and somebody else seen it, and you would have thought the world was going to come to an end. And this is before any of the school shootings at all.
30 years ago.
Yeah. Gosh, you're old. but yeah,
Like I said the other night, I'm not going to get old.
yeah. All of a sudden, there's like 5 or 6 Joplin cop cars out in the parking lot and going through this kid's car and everything else. And he just forgot he had it out there. He got it for his little brother's birthday that was coming up and just had it sitting back there. And yeah, somebody just seen it. And yeah, it was bad. And like I said, this was way before any of the bad stuff today happened. If that would have happened today, we would all been logging lockdown and stuff. Texas, they still have them in the windows. Yep. So, but yeah, it's kind of crazy though. Times have changed, and like that Hi, dog. Sorry, got a visitor.
Gotta stop and pet the puppies.
It doesn't look like you.
I wasn't talking to you, Siri. Mind your own beeswax. Sheesh. She's nosy.
We thought moonshine was drugs. Well, it could mess you up pretty bad.
Yeah. I actually remember taking some calls on people for needing nameless because they got some bad moonshine. And
I remember when we confiscated a still, and then after court we had to give it back.
So, like them key overhauls. Thank you. They're quite functional. I keep my phone and the other pencil and stuff, which Tina stole my pencil.
Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I?
So,
Trying to keep an eye on the time.
yep. Yeah, we still got about 10 minutes before we need to kick off of here. So, but yeah, it's definitely quite different though, coming from Joplin down to here. We always told a lot of Matt County jokes when I moved up there, and when I moved down here, I found out most of them were true.
Oh, once again, I can't take him anywhere. You came here, remember?
I remember, and I'm not just saying it against you because I got blood from here too, but there's not very many branches in those family trees down here.
Except for mine. Ours. We actually have a new distillery, Tall Pines Moonshine, down here, which they've built a big
concert
stage,
yeah.
concert stage, which I don't remember the dates, but Sammy Kershaw is going to come, and that's just a couple miles from the house. So
we'll definitely be making a trip down there. I like Sammy Kershaw.
I do too.
So
I think I was still in high school. They had one of the towns down in Arkansas, Decatur. They have a Decatur barbecue, and he came to sing. It was a free concert, and everybody came, and it was pretty awesome.
Yep. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Actually, Dale, we've talked to the owner because the girl that bought the 20 acres that I went to school with on the back side of us, her sister actually owns it. And well, Jody and Tara, we're going to go down and do an interview with them and do a video on the distillery. And yeah, he's the one that come out turkey hunting and stuff too.
Yep. Won't be a lot of drinking though, because I don't like corn liquor. Never was a big corn liquor drinker.
I've really been a
whiskey,
big
moonshine
drinker. I drank wine for a little while, but tears my stomach up, and I stick with water and coffee. Well, most of my water goes through the coffee grounds, but every now and then I have, just plain naked water.
I'll do barley pop every now and again. That's about it.
Yeah.
So I like that barley pop.
Billy Joel and Sting in October.
That would be a good concert. I like Billy Joel and I like Sting, so that would be a good show. What it is, but I have the shelter life. So sorry, reading some of the comments. But yeah.
Lionel Richie. Hey, dude, and a dog hiking. I didn't see you sneak in.
How are you doing? Glad you're here. Hate barley. Well, it depends on who's making it. Yeah. So I don't drink the stuff in the blue can.
I don't like any of it. Sorry.
Each their own.
You drink it, I'm out.
I don't like wine either. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Hey, Paul.
Really like white lightning. Whew. Yeah, no, I just can't do the corn liquor.
No, it doesn't take very much of that. Yeah.
No. Now I did go down because we took some charcuterie boards down there to the distillery. They've got a little shop in there, and they wanted a couple of them to try to sell for us. Which they did sell one.
I sell the couple.
But we was in there talking and everything, and I asked her, and I was like, "Do you guys happen to have anything that doesn't taste like corn liquor?" And they hooked me up with some s'mores, s'mores moonshine, and that was actually really good. There was just a small hint of the corn liquor in it, but it tasted like you was drinking a s'mores. It went down smooth and tastes great. So I could actually handle that in very small quantities, but yeah, that one wasn't actually bad at all.
Paul, did you get all those logs cut? I was watching you this morning. Quite a bit. Oh, you weren't up yet, were you?
No, I was probably sleeping still.
His day off, he sleeps in. My day off, I'm still up at 5:30.
That's because I get up at 10 till 3 on my work days.
I get up at 5:30 on my work days.
That's your problem, not mine. I like sleeping when I can. Apple pie or just straight for me. I've tried the apple pie, and which it wasn't from our local distillery down here. I don't remember where it was from, so it may have been just the way it was blended. But I didn't really care for it. Like I said, it had too much of the corn liquor taste in it for me. I'll have to try some from down there, see how theirs is. Then got them delivered on Friday. So
Woohoo!
good deal. I gotta get ours and couple trees that we got and get them finished bucked up, and so we can get them split. One of the many things we gotta get done. Dogs are
Molly's talking again.
So,
The
but yeah,
little ring light actually come in, worked pretty good.
yeah. I forgot about it. I didn't even notice that was on. So, but yeah. Yeah, I just, like I said, I keep trying.
Is that a real time? Unfortunately, yeah. Like I said, I keep hoping one day I'll get to retire, but sadly, as my mom always said, I'll just tire.
Mm-hmm. I tell them at work my goal is to die in my chair there. I want them to get busy and holler over at me if I'm going to get my radio or the phone, and they'd be like, "Oh crap, he's dead."
Wow. Oh goodness. I guess nobody will have to worry about dialing 911, will they?
Hope not. So, connect to your channel. Now I sound like a big drinker, not a big drinker. No,
we're not big drinkers. It's just, yeah, every now and then, but you like a little of the, barley pop every now and then, but yeah.
I usually have one, maybe 2 cans a night, and that's about it. And don't get drunk.
Nope.
That's just way in my past. So.
Well, even then, you didn't do it very often.
No.
But, yeah.
That, and it jacks up with my blood sugar too much, too.
Mm-hmm.
So. Not good. Oh, okay. But yeah, so we got about 5 more minutes here, and then everybody needs to be heading over to
chilling with the Gillums.
Yeah, I still don't know what I said earlier. Apparently, I'd said whatever it was wrong, but I never did see what it was that I'd said. I have to go back and rewatch it later. So, but yeah, I'll stick with water and coffee and.
All right.
Everybody's getting to hear our dog sing. Neighbors are up doing something. They're, I think, working some cattle.
I think they're getting ready to take cattle to market or something.
And it's driving our dogs nuts because they can hear them. And
well, their dog is here.
Yeah, that's true too.
He always comes down to visit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was funny the other day. We seen him drive by. He went with neighbor to work with him, and about the time he got up there and unloaded out of neighbor's truck, he was down here playing with our dogs. So, talk to them pups. They're doing enough talking. They like to sing, especially Molly. She's really starting to find her voice and likes to make herself known. She'll come out and go to the bathroom, and she'll just step out on the front porch and sing for a little bit, and then she goes and does her business and comes back.
Yep.
like she's announcing everybody to let everybody know she's out. So, but yeah. So, anywho, trying to keep track of the time.
Yeah. So we probably won't go live again for 2 weeks again. So
Yeah. Yeah, we're on a pretty much 2-week schedule with my work schedule. So,
go. I kind of like this time frame. Like I said, that gives us time to get off here and go over and watch the guilds.
mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah. Now I want to go hunting. Well, come on. I haven't had much time to work with Molly, but I'm sure she wouldn't do too bad.
You never know.
Mm-hmm. So, find you a hound that does hunting. You're more than welcome, Papa.
Have a good one, Dale.
See it. Thanks.
Oh, DJ Adventures and Beyond is getting closer to 1,000. That's awesome.
Yay.
I think we broke 400 the other day. Was quite excited.
Mm-hmm.
Now the next step, 500.
Yep. So just take our small steps and get there when we get there. So
we're having a blast with this though, and never thought I would be sitting here in front of a camera, but yeah, we've had more fun and met such wonderful people. And
mm-hmm. Yeah, this little group that we've gotten ourselves into is just awesome group of people. We love it here. So, and we really appreciate the welcome. Everybody sticking with us like this
and support, and
yeah,
they share us out, and we try to do it back and try to watch everybody else's videos. And
mm-hmm.
like I said, it's been a blast so far.
Yeah, even if we don't, even if we don't get to 1,000, I'm still just having fun, just being a part of this community and with everybody that we've met along the way. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the meetups I'm going to be able to go to and actually meeting everybody face to face. That's going to be awesome. We'll catch you later. All right. See you. So yeah, we're going to jump off of here too. That way everybody can get over to Gilliam's.
Johnny and Christine.
Yep. So again, thank you all very much for sticking with us and being a part of this, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Bye.
See y'all. Bye-bye.